Welcome everyone to the Existential podcast. I'm your host Jonas. I'm joined by my two co-hosts Hunter and Jeremiah. We have a guest with us, Javon, and today we're going to be talking about black holes. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. Still a little bit sick. Might hear it over the mic. My nose is clogged. I promise I don't have a big nose. Clogged. But
I'm, I'm doing good.
What about you, Javon? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Stay off, living this time.
Hell yeah. So because we're talking about black holes, we're gonna do the basics of it. What is a black hole? We're gonna go down the line. What you guys think a black hole is?
what we think a black hole is, or what an actual black hole is.
Yeah, what you think it is.
Uh-oh. Well, I think of what I'm being told. It's a giant mass of matter that is sucking in everything. Nothing. Not even light can escape. Now, the fun theory would be they're like wormholes to like either a different dimension or to like a different point in time. That would be it. That would be interesting. I've
Yeah.
also heard theory of it being hell, um, because in the Bible described hell as like a bottomless dark pit. That's kind of what a black hole is.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Nice. What do you think, Hunter?
Yeah, it's a massive object with density that we can't understand. Um, yeah, like Jeremiah said, there's the fun theory that it's a wormhole. Also, well, I guess it's kind of a theory, but we don't really know if it's like the only way that matter can be destroyed that we quote unquote know of. So yeah.
All right, John, what do you think a black hole is?
Well, I think a black hole is like, notice how in our solar system of the sun, right? And it's kind of like, I think it's like the opposite of the sun, right? So the sun produces a whole bunch of light and stuff like that. Black hole, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of gravity dense together, trying to suck everything. Kind of that aspect.
Yeah. A black hole is a a tear in space and time. So it's like a rip within space itself. What do you guys think it means to be a tear in space and time?
Is that your theory, John?
This is
I'm confirming. Is that your theory?
theory?
This is the scientific theory.
Okay.
This is how I've always known it.
What does it mean to be a tear?
This tear in space and time.
Yep.
A hole in fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Like
what I thought was like a hole in fabric.
But it's like, as far as we know, it's
It's infinite.
infinite.
Yeah.
Never ending.
Unfathomable. All right.
Like another dimension in a way, like a whole.
You could
Like
be like
we
that
could
too.
leave there.
You guys might know this one, might not. What is a white hole? It's like the opposite of a black hole.
The inverse, it would be the other end of the black hole where it spits out all the light it eats.
Yeah.
That's what I was under the impression.
I thought a white hole was like when a star or whatever like collapses and it doesn't, like pretty much like an explosion.
Okay, we're gonna get to that, but that's not what it is. That's towards the end.
Jeremiah jumping ahead.
That's what I thought.
I didn't know what a white
hole was or whatever.
Nah, that's I actually know that.
Like a white hole, like
you're talking about like a
lasts,
neutron
split.
star exploding.
Well,
That's a pulsar.
I saw a video on like a white or like a theoretical white hole, and I guess one happened like a few years ago or something like that.
I don't know if we've ever caught a white hole. We've just always theorized that they existed.
And like the video I was watching was saying like a white hole like lasts like for a very short time, like
Yeah, it would.
whatever,
It would.
'cause
Yeah, it would literally blink.
yeah, it's almost. They were saying it was almost like an explosion in a way, like a very high up explosion. I don't fucking know. I can't really remember the video that well.
All right, Javon, what do you think a white hole is?
Didn't know it existed until today.
It's the exact opposite of a black hole. It like instead of sucking things in, it spits things out, and nothing can go into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when space and time mends, so like connects together. So the next question is, what does it mean to mend in space and time, right?
I think the video was saying, um, once a black hole gets too unstable, crushing within itself, that it will eventually release and become like a white hole for a split second. I don't know if that was the Big Bang Theory, but or the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I don't know if that was the Big Bang. I don't know if that was the Big Bang. Like that's what happened, where everything came to one singularity and eventually got to unstable, where it spewed everything out in one quick white hole
Yeah.
thing. But I think that's what I heard about what a white hole was.
So is it like the black hole destroying and creating a white?
Like a black hole pretty
Sucks
much
things in.
collapses on itself,
Yeah.
and everything gets dispersed out.
Yeah.
And that's where the white hole comes in. I believe is what I heard.
Is
Your
that's
phone's on the
called
ground, by the
something.
way.
It's called
Lost.
something
It's
else. It's
on
not a
It's
white
on the ground, in the couch, on the ground.
Lost the abyss.
It's in a black hole, right?
Yep.
This just fell out of my pocket.
We've already kind of talked about this, but what is a wormhole?
Like the connection, the rip in the
A
fabric.
wormhole is literally the door from Monster Inc. That's what a wormhole is. You literally walk
shit.
through a door and you're in a different place. Like, I don't know if it could be time, but different location.
Are you going to like a different dimension type deal? Like,
Is that what you think it is?
yeah.
Similar. It's like a portal from like one area in space to another, but you're in the same time. So it's like if I was to go through a wormhole and end up in Andromeda, but it's the same exact time, so only like a minute has passed or a few seconds. What do you guys think about a black hole being a wormhole?
Be cool, but there's no way of controlling where it goes or
Right.
knowing what happens to the person once they go through.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thought that they would actually be able to go through.
Yeah. I don't know.
Survive the spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what about you, Javon? What do you think about a black hole being a wormhole?
Yeah, like I don't think you'll be able to live through it because of how dense it is.
Yeah, no, yeah, you would instantly die.
But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to be able to go into black. It's still out.
You guys think we could utilize that like technology, like going through a black hole and it's actually a wormhole and we end up somewhere else?
Who do we throw through first?
Throw monkeys in there.
Probably a monkey, yeah.
Monkeys.
I have no idea. Shoot. Do you think if we put more research into black holes, we would find more of them?
I guess. I mean, we're looking. But I guess. I mean, they're already looking for them right now. I think we just got a picture of one
Yeah, we did.
like a year ago or so.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Yeah.
There's the Milky Ways.
Yep.
That's the closest one to us. So
Yeah, small one.
yeah,
Closest small one. Yeah.
The improvement of our like technology will be able to more out there because it can only go so far from
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
right?
Yep. And those are a lot. Those are like heavily edited for us to be able to see them. It's a bunch of pictures that are like gray. Like if you were to just look at the raw pictures, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. James Webb Telescope and I think it's Hubble.
The Hubble, yeah.
Have been giving us a lot of new photos of stuff. Changed like they took a photo of the Sombrero galaxy and it showed it like it was able to somehow filter out the gas cloud, so we were able to see into it more. We can tell there's a black hole there because it's so bright, but we can't.
Yeah, we can't because it's a black hole. Yeah. The way I thought about it was, we'd probably be able to find more black holes because it's the same thing as like when I'm driving, right? When I'm driving my Duramax, I can see more Duramaxes on the road because I'm thinking about looking at other Duramaxes. Whereas if I'm in the Mustang, I see more Mustangs.
Isn't a Duramax a type of battery also?
No, that's a Duracell.
Like the bunny or whatever.
No, that's Energizer. That's crazy.
Oh shit, dude.
No shit. Do you think researching black holes, like if we learned more about black holes, would cause problems with the public?
No.
You don't think so?
Why would it cause problems with the public?
Because our theory is that everything that's inside a black hole, like past the event horizon, does not follow our physics. Like our physics break. Yeah. Do you think there would be an outrage? Because physics is considered to be set in stone, that there is no way outside of physics. But we know that black holes do not follow the laws of physics.
Like, are you asking, do we think Neil deGrasse Tyson will be like crashing out about us researching more, breaking his science, or what?
Yeah, and other people, just in general, just the public.
Well, yeah, I think if they find something like crazy, I think they're gonna hide it for sure. Hide it from the public,
Yeah,
right?
like-
there's already shit the government I think is
Yeah,
already
like
doing.
Terrence
Yeah, of
Howard
course.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we were to find out that all of our physics are just completely wrong, right?
Yeah, one
It
times
would
one
totally
equals
fuck up
two.
school,
Mhm.
like the
School,
education system
buildings,
on it.
bunch of
People
shit.
wouldn't follow math. They'd be like, "Well, math is wrong because this physics is wrong, and that physics needs math to work."
Can I trust this elevator?
Yeah,
Is 1 times 1 equals 2.
What
Yeah.
does Billy Carson say? Or is it Billy Carson or is it fucking
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard? Okay.
yeah.
2 + 2 is 5 or some shit like.
No, it's 1 times 1 equals 2.
There you go. Sure, fuck it. I forgot what it was.
All right. Supermassive black holes are at the center of each individual galaxy. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think there's a supermassive black hole at each galaxy, or in the middle of them?
Because a black hole attracts, and when things collide. Well, I don't know. Isn't a black hole like a collapsed star?
No,
Or that's
it
one
can
way
turn
to get
into it, but
That's one way to. But
yeah,
Or you mean collapsed stars
that's
can turn into
usually
black holes?
That's
they can
usually
turn
what,
into them. Yes,
But that's usually what creates a black hole is a collapsed star.
yeah, it's the most common reason they happen.
Because I mean, theoretically, you can get like a grain of sand to collapse into a black hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just compress it
When it becomes
really,
very
really,
unstable.
really, really far.
Yeah. But mostly it's from like a fucking not a dwarf star, but like a giant star collapsing in on itself that creates a black hole. And then from that, since it's the star, whatever, is already so big, it's already attracting all this other shit around it. And then when that turns into a black hole, now you have this black hole stuck in everything else. So it kind of gets the stronger gravitational pull.
Yeah, but why do you think that is in every galaxy? Like, why do you think it's there?
A black hole is there?
A supermassive black hole, yeah.
Probably because shit running into each other, shit running into a sun, getting it bigger. Again, the bigger something is, the more it attracts things. So I would assume you're this giant fucking massive black hole because you were giant at one point and you already were attracting a lot of shit coming at you to the point where you couldn't support your own like weight or your own
Right.
density, so you collapse within yourself.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more of a problem because now you're attracting stuff even more. Now you're attracting shit that can't escape.
But why wouldn't there just be one singular supermassive black hole where all the galaxies revolve around that one black hole?
Probably has.
Why are they individual? Hasn't had the time?
Yeah, not.
I can see that.
And maybe once everything goes in there, that
Well,
black hole collapses, and that's what.
Well, you
another
also
big
have
thing.
you just have space though. Also, like
Yeah, there's just so much. Yeah,
there's
there's
just so much
space.
space that
Yeah.
not everything is gonna meet or touch or get attracted to each other in that way. There was a cool. I always thought it was a cool like. It would be like a cool sci-fi. Way something I always thought we went billions.
Yeah.
The idea, if you believe in the Big Bang, is that there was a point exploded thing, which my bro science would think anything that was close to that center point, either.
Right.
So they're still like way before the older or the closer you get to that Big Bang point, the older it before.
Yeah. Hunter, why do you think supermassive black holes are at the center of each galaxy?
Share my thought was true, like a bunch of things running into each other.
Yeah.
Especially in that early stage of the universe, there's a bunch of things running into each other. I think eventually all they create that
Yeah,
warp in space time where it kind of pulls things in, and eventually they all crash into each other. Like I thought of it like an air mattress. You put like a regular sized person on the inside, and you put like Lizzo. She jumps on that bitch. She's gonna pull that motherfucker towards her.
so okay. I understand how you guys are trying to say this. So like a shotgun that shoots pellets, right?
Yeah.
If you shoot it from far away, the pellets like spread like super wide. But if you shoot something real like a piece of paper really close, the spread is really low. And like the Earth originally was like super dense with a bunch of different stars and planets and all that stuff.
Mm.
But over time, they started to die out and started to create black holes, and they kept eating each other, which then created each individual galaxies. And it's like as if we shot a shotgun with pellets far away,
Yeah.
which is why there's
That spread.
separate, the spread of galaxies.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was thinking about it.
I could see it that way. What about you, Javon? What do you think? Do you even know what a supermassive black hole is?
Well, I think it's to keep everything like stable, I guess. You know what I mean? Like again, but there's still gonna be still stuff fighting around, but like
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of it our universe being so fucking
Large, yeah.
large and chaotic, I think there's some sort of stabilization to have a black hole in each galaxy.
Yeah, that's how I had thought about it. It's this stabilization thing. It's to keep everything that's in that galaxy from going out. It's to keep it in its order, I should say. I was thinking if we were to try to travel outside of our galaxy, would it even be possible, or do you think the gravitational pull from the supermassive black hole in our galaxy would pull us in? Like we wouldn't be able to break its gravitational pull.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we have that. Oh wait, no, I don't think it's gone out of the.
No,
deep-
WMAP just got out of um
Was
or
it
not
out of? I
WMAP.
thought it went inter.
Voyager 1 just went out of our solar system. It has
Yeah.
not gone out of the
I was
galaxy
about to say
though.
it's interstellar, but it's not.
Yeah.
like-
I don't even know if it's made it to the Orion belt yet. I haven't checked.
No. I was about to say I thought it made it out, but I don't think it
Yeah,
has.
only out of the solar system.
That it would definitely. We'd have to create something going real fast to do that, but it's so hard to get something to go that fast to figure out and then communicate with back to us
Yeah.
within that same time frame. You want to be communicating with the same people
Yeah, because it takes
What'd you
so
my
much
fault?
time. Yeah, I think
way too long.
Yeah, I think
Scary thought though.
yeah, could you imagine if like
We actually couldn't leave.
yeah, we're just stuck.
We're just stuck in this one, and that's why they have
Maybe that's
visited.
why we can't see other civilizations from other galaxies because we're just stuck. They've
Everyone's
tried
just
to
stuck in
figure
their
out,
own.
or they've figured out like they would try to go there and they just get sucked back in. That'd be crazy.
The ice wall.
Is that even theoretically possible though for that to happen?
Well, yeah, because the gravitational pull of a supermassive black hole, it's so strong that it would hold you in.
Is that how that works though?
Yeah, that's why
Oh.
satellites are stable outside Earth.
I'm trying to think of like because when you leave Earth, right? Like gravity on Earth, like you could jump and you're fine, but then you have to have like a lot of force to leave the atmosphere.
Yeah, because the further you get out, the stronger it becomes.
So if that was the case, you would think you'd be able to get out
But
somehow, but
why?
you'd have to have enough force, right?
But
Yeah,
why is it the farther you're out, the stronger the gravitational force is, but the closer you are, the stronger the gravitational force?
that's kind of like a rubber band. Um, so the closer you are, there's the center point of the gravitational field.
Mhm.
Once you get to the center point, there's no more like you no longer get pulled in. You're just stuck in space. Well, because Earth has a core and everything, we will never reach the middle.
Yeah.
If we did, it would probably create a black hole. But the reason it gets like the further out you get, the stronger it is until you break that pole, is because it's elastic. It's like a rubber band. So at the very tippy top, like the ozone layer of Earth, your gravitational pull on you is the highest it'll ever be, and then right when you cross that ozone into interstellar space, you no longer have that. that pull.
So are you saying essentially, if you're not being pulled by the supermassive black hole, as soon as you start to feel that force, you're pretty much dead because it's going to pull you so quick into its orbit and then stabilize
Um,
you?
if you can't sustain the strength of it pulling on you, it would probably pull you in a lot further than where you started.
Like for instance, like when you fall into Earth, like you'll be going around the Earth or whatever
Yeah,
from the gravitational, and
real
then
slow.
once you hit the actual thing, will it just pull you down immediately,
It
or will it
depends on how
like
strong it is. So the Earth isn't that strong, but like the sun's is really strong. So the sun would do that to you, and then obviously a black hole would, 'cause it has infinite density.
now? What about that with the sun though? Like, aren't since we're in the gravitational pull of the sun, so would the same thing apply where we have to break the gravitational field to leave its
Yeah, yeah. To leave its gravitational orbit. Yeah, yeah. The Earth and the all the other planets, for that matter, are technically getting closer to the sun. Like as we speak,
It's
like as time goes on, we get closer and closer and closer. It's just we can't visualize how close we're getting because it's such a small amount because of how the Earth revolves around the sun and all the other planets, for that matter. Um, so you had talked about black holes starting from planets. Uh, they're called neutron stars, like imploding on themselves and exploding. That's called a pulsar, is what it's called. But we're going to talk about something similar that happens because of black holes. They're called quasars and blazars, and both of them are omitted from black holes. But why do they even happen, and what's the purpose of them? Do you think I can explain what they are? By the way, if you need to.
yeah? I
let's
don't know
do
what the
that.
fuck that is.
So quasars are basically when supermassive black holes eat too much stuff at one time and they throw it up, and it's like a really powerful like jet stream, right? Like if you eat a bunch of food all at once, you throw it up, it's like projectile vomited.
Okay.
It's basically if that was to happen, and the jet stream from them like vomiting, the black holes vomiting, is on their like north and south poles, their magnetic poles. And a blazar is the exact same thing. The only difference is where the black hole is throwing up at, or like projecting its jet, is pointed straight at Earth.
Pointing straight at Earth.
Yeah,
So quasars
yeah. So
are the ones that hit Earth, and blazars.
so quasars just blow out anywhere. Like it's like a an explosion that goes one left, one right, and
Okay.
we see it. That's why it's so bright because we see it all at once.
Yeah.
And a blazar is if one of those poles, we'll say the north pole of its magnetic pole, was pointed straight at Earth, and the other one was away from us.
Now, does that matter just because of how it looks? Why it's pointing at us and why it isn't? Is that why we differentiate the two?
Yeah, yeah. It's just based on where it's pointed.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the only difference between them two, but the action is the exact same.
Okay.
Um. So now that you know what they are, kind of know what they are, why do you think they happen? Aside from them eating too much stuff,
I don't know. Back to my
you think there's like
original.
a purpose to why that happens?
I think it's just like physics. Like I don't know when something that's what is the word? I'm not uncontrollable, but
Predictable.
unstable. When something that's unstable becomes even more unstable, can't it can't sustain its instability. So it like that's the way I come to grips with it. It's like black holes are already unstable. So when it becomes so unstable that it can't even maintain its instability, it's gonna be forced to, you know,
Yeah,
do the quasar, blazar,
yeah, yeah.
starzar, whatever it's called.
Yeah, and there's actually a way to tell when that stuff's gonna happen. The black hole will get something called an accretion disk, and it's when a bunch of those particles that it's trying to suck in go around it like really really fast, and it all emits a light, and it looks like a disk, almost like Saturn's rings.
That's cool.
And then it will get smaller and smaller, and then it will just fucking explode.
So when it explodes, though, it it like shoots like something out like it's at the speed of light, doesn't it? Like way
anything that's
crazy
inside
fast.
it shoots it all out as fast as it can go. So yeah, it would be at the speed of light.
Mm.
What's funny is I was reading a thing on it because I was trying to make sure that my shit was right. They were like, "Oh, it comes out at almost the speed of light." And I was like, "But it emits light. That's why the quasar is the brightest thing in the universe because it emits light. It's going at the speed of light to emit light." There's like 4 different things. There's a blazar, quasar, blazar, and then oh wait, I said blazar already. I meant to say pulsar, and then there's some other one. It's like magnetic something. I can't remember what it is. Magnetic vein or something.
Magneto.
But they're all
Magneto.
similar. Just the quasars and blazars happen because of black holes growing up, and the other one does the opposite. Pretty much creates a black hole. Why do you just think that happens at the like magnetic poles, so like the north and south poles of the black hole?
Well,
Do you think it's because it's easier, like it's a stabilization thing
probably.
to stabilize
I mean,
where it's projecting and shit?
things are spinning, right?
Yeah, spinning really fast, like
Maybe like
in
the
a
weakest
ball,
point or something like that.
Yeah.
and then when it fucking blows up, it goes like either end, no left or right, no big bang type shit. It's
Yeah,
like
no.
either end or both ends, I should say.
I have no fucking idea. Fuck. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why it decides to go north and south. Maybe because it's the magnetic fields, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know either.
No, I mean, it's like the weakest part. Like,
Yeah.
it's like because the
Yeah, there's
magnets work in like rings like this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, in circles, yeah.
So at a point, the circle isn't just straight out. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, there's less resistance
Yeah.
there. Yeah. What what else was I gonna say? Oh yes, this you guys are gonna be like, what in the fuck is this? Would studying a singularity give us all the information we need to concrete physics and math? You want me to explain what a singularity is?
Talking about like in a black hole.
Well, singularity is like a legitimate thing, and it is not. It's
But isn't a black hole technically
has a singularity, but it's
like
not
smallest
the
point
only thing.
it's 0 practically?
It's the very center of a black hole.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
very center part of it, and it's where all of our understanding of the universe breaks. But a black hole is not the only thing that's like that. There's other things. I don't fucking remember the names of it. But do you think studying one of those would give us the information we need to like concrete our physics and math? Like, do you think we'd be able to learn more shit, or our technology would fucking skyrocket if we were able to get to a singularity?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, well, I guess I would say yeah, but I feel like when you get to that point, when it comes to science, I think things start becoming less about science, more about like magic in a sense of like we don't even know. I don't know if it's. I guess you could say it's like chaos. But like we don't even know what this shit is. Like
Yeah, we don't.
how is this like? This is breaking our understanding of our own like fabric of reality. We can't even comprehend why this shit is the way it is. Is there even a formula you can make to predict this or to replicate this or duplicate this, or is it just something that just is because
Because it is. Yeah, it is
because
because
it
it is.
is, or
Yeah.
because it's in a completely different realm of physics that we have no comprehension
Well,
of?
is it? So what was the question one more time?
Would studying a singularity give us all the information we need to concrete physics and math? So if we were able to go to the center, the very center of a black hole,
Mm.
and see what was there and study it, do you think we would be able to learn how our physics and math actually work?
Okay. Because how I was looking at a singularity, I was looking it up. What it sounds like to me, like how Earth we have the core,
Yeah.
and all the gravitational pulls going to the core. It's the same thing with the black hole. That's the center of the kind of like the center density of the black hole,
Yeah. Yes. The
and how
core of it, yeah.
everything's all trying to get sucked into the center.
Yep.
I think we kind of have a grasp of it, but we don't really know like what's causing it, if that makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah, we don't.
we just know everything's wanting to get pulled into the center. I think that's kind of like how how the universe is kind of created. Like every um sun has a core or whatever, and everything's trying to get pulled into it. The
Right,
Earth
right,
has a
right.
core. It's kind of like that in a way. If we just kind of study to the center part of
Yeah, yeah, I'm
things.
saying if we got to the center and we were able to, like, visualize why everything got pulled to the center, do you think it would, um, like, it would help us understand our shit better? Like, why shit happens, like, why physics is the way it is?
Yeah.
Um, Continuing on with singularity, time moves so fast at the center of a black hole, it's like you blink and an entire civilization could have lived like 5 billion years. That's how fast it is. Um, do you think technology would advance beyond our comprehension? Um, that's not what I was going to ask, but we can go with that. Do you think if we were to able to get to the center of a black hole and harness that power of time moving so fast because of the density of it and all that shit and the infinity part, uh, do you think technology would be able to advance more than we could even comprehend? Like, we wouldn't even know what to do with all the information that we get from it?
Yeah, have
Yeah.
either we would once we understood it, obviously, the amount of knowledge we would gain is probably limitless.
Right, right.
It would probably be hard for even the current minds we have now to
Oh,
fully
yeah,
grasp it
for sure, for sure.
within a reasonable.
It's kind of how it's going now here, like on Earth, how technology is constantly growing, right? At a certain point, it's gonna, I think it's gonna beat us. It's gonna
Yeah.
be so far advanced, or we're not gonna know what the fuck to do, or we're gonna be consumed into the technology. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, it's
We're
like
gonna be
old
a
people,
part of it.
right?
Yeah,
They
that's
they
what
have a
we're.
hard time with smartphones, right? Because 'Cause they're like, they didn't grow up with this kind of technology. So yeah, you think it would be like that? We would have a hard time grasping the advancement of it,
Mm.
and it's just because it's faster than we can even fucking comprehend. We just blink and it's already done. Um, do you think us or any of the extraterrestrials, if there are any, would be able to harness that power? Like this is real. Like, do you think they would ever in life would that ever happen or
I don't
ever in
think
time?
so. I don't just because if we're looking at like time, I mean, maybe aliens have visited here, but if aliens are real, and if that theory of like with the Big Bang happened, that everything inside, like closest to the Big Bang is the oldest and has the most advanced technology, then one of them would have had already gotten to that singularity and harnessed that power anyway to kind of bend the universe to their will.
But
To
Well, what
maybe
if
they
they
already
already have?
have. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they already have, I mean, I don't know what their goals would be or what they would want.
The craziest part is we would never even know because of the way light years work, right?
Maybe,
Light years is a measurement. So
but why not though? Like if they could figure out a way to create a wormhole to be like, okay, we could be anywhere in an instant. Like we could just create a wormhole since we know the secrets of the universe or whatever. We know the singularity
yeah,
and the
they can
physics behind
create
it.
it, but we wouldn't see it. We would have no idea it happened.
No, that's what I'm saying is that they would do it and then they would just pop up here and then I don't know, fucking give us secrets to build the pyramids or whatever, and then snap away for however long they want us away for, or they
Yeah.
however else they want us to develop for, and then come back later. I don't or go to a planet and then inject their DNA into their environment so they could see themselves grow again or some shit. I
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of the theory of how humans are, because you know how we're the dominant race. We're
Yeah, like
considered aliens to Earth, right?
you know what? Yeah,
Because I think our DNA is like longer than any other DNA, right? What else? What
We're the
else?
most advanced
Most
DNA.
advanced, yeah,
so
compared to
it's
any
like
other.
who knows? Like who says that wouldn't be real?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
there has been time before humanity even stepped on the earth. There was shit here before us.
Right. Right.
even. So I mean, Mars had a planet too, or whatever at one point.
Yeah, moon. Yeah.
Had a moon, but didn't it have like water and like oceans and shit like that? On
Uh,
Mars.
I think it had rivers or something like that.
So like Mars could have had life too. You know? I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept to think about.
What do you think, Hunter? You think we'd be able to harness the power of what's at the center of a black hole? All the
Uh,
secrets that a black hole has?
I don't think we would harness it necessarily, because as far as we know right now, it's unstable
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
can't control something that's unstable. I think if uh yeah, alien civilization has done that, it probably already happened, but the light that showed it happening might have already passed us before we had the technology to look
Yeah,
up and
yeah,
see
it was, but yeah, it could have happened before humans were even a thing.
Yeah. Oh, it happened 2 million years ago, but that 2 million light years already passed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it happened 200 million light years. The way it would work for light years, so say it happened 200 million years ago.
Yeah.
We wouldn't see it until after 200 million years has passed.
Yeah.
Before that light would reach us.
And it's already reached us and passed.
Yeah, it's already past us.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with. So I'll take. I don't really know.
That's the whole point. You just think about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like,
I
kind of
don't.
mind blowing thinking about it.
I think until we're able to understand what infinity actually is, I don't. I think that it would be possible to get to the center of a black hole and harness the energy, but not until we're able to understand what infinity actually is.
Yeah.
Especially like a black hole is like an infinity to the power of infinity, which that's even more like incomprehensible.
Or infinite.
Yeah.
Because infinite, there's like no end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Constant.
And there's like countable infinity and then not countable infinity. Like if like 1 to 2, there's an infinite between them. You could never reach 2 if you started at 1. And that's an uncountable infinity. And then using whole numbers, the countable infinity, and a black hole is basically the uncountable infinity to us. So until we're able to understand what the fuck that is, I don't think we would be able to. But maybe eventually, or maybe somebody has, and we'll just never know. What do I think we could do with some power like that though? Like if we were able to harness that type of power, yeah, fucking anything, dude. We create wormholes. We could go to different galaxies, learn about all that shit.
Cure cancer.
Yeah,
Nope.
that too.
Nope.
Go beyond.
Big Pharma
You'll be
still
like
be making money.
Big Pharma.
Be
Big
immortal.
Pharma still be making money.
Yeah, there's all kinds of shit you could do with that kind of power. Could be rich.
You could be rich.
Do you guys think we should be afraid of black holes?
Can't control it. Couldn't be. There's nothing you can do about it.
I think there's something like I don't know if it's called like a mini black hole or whatever, but it's like a black hole that like moves. It just fucking moves throughout like space. Is
Yeah, they're called blips.
that what it's called?
They're
Yeah.
not like
Yep.
tethered by anything. They wander through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they literally just fucking blink, and then they go somewhere else and blink, and,
Oh.
and it's just a really small. It's like a nano black hole. Like there could be one in the middle of this room, and it would just show up and then either
Oh,
move or go blink somewhere else.
I don't think that's what I was. I was thinking like a legit like a small black hole that just like moves and like
Consumes everything. Is that what you're?
yeah, it just moves and just consumes what.
Oh,
whatever the
like
fuck.
that game. Those those like shitty mobile games.
Mm.
It has the
Raid
black
Shadow
hole.
Legends.
Like sucks in the fucking buildings.
Bigger.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what
it
you're
gets
talking about.
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So you say no? I'm being afraid of black holes. So what do you think? Think we should be afraid of them?
No. I think if it could possibly get like consumed by it, maybe, but like in civilized in like the world or whatever.
Yeah.
If they're scared of dying or
Yeah.
I mean, but no, I don't think there's as of right now. No, there's
Yeah. I think I don't think you should like forget that black holes exist. But I don't think you need to be afraid of them, and it's just because you're not more powerful than a black hole, dude.
yeah.
You'll never outpower
Unless
a
you're
black
Jonas
hole.
Dry.
They're too OP.
Jeremiah, are you scared of?
Am I scared of a black hole?
Yeah. Do you think anyone?
I think you should definitely be cautious of it. Like,
Yeah.
if it's roaming around in your neighborhood,
Don't
you
let-
should like kind of.
Don't let black holes near your kids.
I think we could make. Can't we make a black hole with the particle accelerator or whatever?
There's theories that we could, but we obviously don't want to test it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people were scared that was going to happen when they first fired.
Yeah. That was the theories that they're gonna first do it, and it's gonna create a new
Black
fucking
hole, we're gonna
bond, and it's gonna
die.
create a black hole.
Never-
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't think they figured. Like, I don't know if they figured out what they need to like shoot at each other to create one. But I think the thing is, the problem would be the mass thing, that anything they create can't be big enough to swallow anything, so it just immediately collapses and dies. I think theory.
yeah, it would probably it'd probably collapse.
And,
We'd have to
and the
have
time it happens in is too short to read.
we would have to create a new element that has a mass bigger than Earth, or bigger than what it is, or higher than what it is, where it's at, to be able to actually suck shit in.
My favorite part is when we created the atomic bomb and split the atom, and then we're gonna fucking light the whole world on fire.
Bro,
They're like, yeah, there's like a 13% chance that this whole shit's gonna get lit on fire.
we'll
But
just
that's
blow
what
up the
it is.
atmosphere.
Let's just see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Give it all a good college try. They did. A lot of Japanese.
You guys think black holes use a lot of dark matter? Like there's a lot of dark matter in black holes.
We got a lot of camp.
They got a lot of camos.
They got all the camos, yeah.
Um,
Do you think that's why we can't see light? Is because the dark matter is covering it, is blocking it?
Fuck no.
maybe it's
No, I don't
because
know.
that's what's being emitted.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's
You
why.
think
I don't
that,
know.
that dark matter is being emitted? Okay. There's a lot of
Fat
things.
pause right there.
Yeah, because I
don't
ran
know.
I ran out of questions, or at least I think I did. I might have skipped over something. I just don't remember where the heck I'm at. But yeah, the thing with black holes, there's people that think they don't even exist, like they're not even a real thing.
People think planets aren't a real thing.
Yeah, and moons.
I had a debate about that to some older dude because he was like, oh, what's the closest planet? Or like, I think it was the closest like livable planet or whatever, and I forgot.
Earth.
No,
We're
like
on it.
no, like the next like super Earth, like the next like livable, inhabitable like planet. I forgot.
Well, Mars is technically it, but if we were going to go outside of our galaxy, like
Not like 4 million.
it's like Kepler something. Kepler 175 or something is the name of that planet. It's like an exact replica of Earth, but 2 times bigger, something like that.
Yeah, and I told him the distance or whatever. And his response was, "That shit is so far away, it might as well not exist."
He said, "What the fuck's a kilometer?"
And I was like, "Brother," I was like, "Oh, you got me there, I guess."
I mean, just because it's far away doesn't mean it's fucking not real.
So I'm saying, it's like, bro.
Yeah, there's people that are like that. They're like, if it's not tangible for me to reach, it's not real. It's just a figment of my imagination. You know?
I wonder if that's like a survival tactic. Like,
It probably is.
I'm not gonna worry myself with shit that I can't obtain or I can't have. It's just a waste of space in my brain. I'm just gonna focus on something else.
Yeah, like the anxiety of like fuck having that in the back of their mind, like, oh, I can get consumed by a fuck.
Yeah, you.
But
like,
it's so far away. Like, why am I like it cross your mind? You're freaking out about it.
The thing about it is, right, like us sitting here talking, like mid talk, we could just get evaporated out of existence from a black hole. Like it would just like pop out of nowhere and suck us all in, consume us. Now the like reality of that is like that's like a really low chance, but it's technically possible. Like it can like actually happen. But you don't need to fucking think. There's no reason to think about that because people still believe they can win the lottery and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure that this is more likely than that.
Has that ever happened to one person in the whole history of humanity?
It's not recorded.
Well, it happened to an airplane, right?
It happened in an
like
airplane?
Malaysia. The Malaysia flight, whatever the fuck that is, that went over the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, that shit, the plane just disappeared?
Disappeared, dude.
Got stuck into a black hole.
Yeah,
Can't get out.
Yeah, it went through a black hole, dude. Nobody knew.
Technically, if that happens, if like a black hole just spawns in, could it spawn you in its in its singularity? Like it just pops in
yeah,
and,
that's where you would
faces
end
right
up.
There.
Yeah, you would end up in their world, I should say.
Black hole.
Black hole. Dude, what if black holes how you get to a different universe, like multiverse type stuff, or a different dimension? Like you go through a black hole to get to a different universe.
And why did they cross the road?
Yeah. Why did the black hole cross the road, or why did you cross the black hole?
Get to the other side.
Get to the other side of the road. Oh shit. You guys got any questions about black holes? Anything crazy?
Anything crazy or crazy?
So are black holes created from kind of like the Big Bang, right? So each universe has one. So when the Big Bang happens, a black hole is created right after.
Yeah, because so much energy being expended.
What created a black hole?
Like the very first one?
Yeah.
I have fucking no idea.
What created the Big Bang?
Who the fuck? Probably another black hole.
Yeah.
Was the black hole always there before?
Probably,
Do you think
nothing created it?
Do you think another universe, it's like a yo-yo effect, like a universe created, started out with one singularity, and then everything eventually comes into one black hole and collapses and creates another Big Bang, starts another universe, and all
yeah, that's how it is. We're like halfway down the yo-yo spin right now. We're not on our way back yet. We're not going back up. We still have to go down.
Now, who created the yo-yo?
Jesus Christ!
Another black hole.
How do you create nothing? How do you create nothing? How do you create nothing?
Yeah, Jones, how do you create nothing out of something?
Shit. How do you create the nothing out of nothing, dude?
Exactly.
Who created the nothing to begin with?
Listen, they say
what we say.
Scientists say the Big Bang or whatever. We just ask for one miracle. And that's the Big Bang. Something the size of the ball pin of a fucking pin.
That's how all of life is, dude. That's how all existence is. Just
We
have no idea how it happened or why it happened. We don't know how anything else after that or before that happened.
You accept that as an answer? You accept that?
Dude, I have to, dude.
No, you don't.
I have a fucking choice, dude.
No, you don't. You convert. Right.
We need to let the Mormons talk to the Mormons.
But then who created him?
Who
And then who created that? No, who created God?
God created himself.
And then who created the guy that created God?
I don't know.
It's just infinite. It just always goes on. There's
Just
never
a simulation.
never fucking anything.
What if he was just
The
like
simulation
a
uses a
consciousness that was just
5090.
floating in space?
He said I got bored.
Like Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Just like a consciousness that was just floating in space. You know what? Let there be like, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we are.
He
We're
can
just some
control-
fucking figment of some random person's imagination.
He can control
We're not even
his
real.
surroundings.
You think they thought
We're
of
in a video
dinosaurs
game right
like
now?
this too much?
What'd you say?
Just like GTA fucking 20 right now we're in.
Yeah.
GTA 20. God.
Shit.
Someone that hates their life, they're just role playing right now. As
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
black
they're an NPC.
people and
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
white dudes,
We're all just fucking NPCs in this random guy's
two
sim
woman
world.
truck drivers. It's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to be put in this game just get fucked financially by the economy. Can't even afford a house.
Shit.
That's rough. I should have bought a house when I was fucking 9.
When I was
You just
5
wanted to
years
feel
old.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted
Feel
to
the
feel what
pressure.
misery's like.
Feel the pressure fighting.
This is what they used to look like. Man, it was rough. We're probably some niggas like History Project.
Yeah, for science class.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be like, this is what happens when you create a universe and you just let them go
You just let them
willy
go
nilly.
wild. They just kill each other for no reason. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look, they're fighting over land right now.
They're fighting over land.
Do they not understand the universe is infinite? They could go over to this land over here. What fucking retards?
You think they have Panda Express?
Yeah, in the other universes? Maybe, dude.
Do you think
yes.
it's called Panda Express? Or is it just called
No, it's called Express.
Probably like a different
Panda.
bear. It's probably like Grizzly Express, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun Bear. Sun Bear Express.
Black
Sun
Hole
Bear
Express?
Black Hole Express.
Polar Bear Express. And then the Coca-Cola is a Panda Bear.
Yeah. And they take the Polar Express to get there.
There you go.
Do you think they have Bloods and Crips
Yeah, in the Black Hole universe.
in a Black Hole universe?
Yeah, probably.
Just gray and white.
Gray and white.
Yeah, they're just different shades.
They're
It's just different
colorblind.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, shit. They said these goddamn gamma rays.
So good.
No, fuck. I don't have a whole lot more. I had thought of a bunch of stuff. And I cannot remember. And I forgot to write it down like an idiot. On black holes. Javon, you got anything on black holes? Anything interesting that you thought of?
It's kind of crazy thing to think about. How like you get sucked into a rip apart.
Yeah, just keeps pulling you forever and ever.
Does that hurt, Joe? Would that hurt?
No, we've already fucking gone over this. God damn it.
Would it hurt?
You would think, but you would also at the same time.
Discomfort.
Point
Shit.
on the chart.
Would it just feel like an
What
infinite
face do you
stretch?
feel?
Yeah, you'd be like, what the hell is that stupid?
Mr. Fantastic.
Chris Armstrong.
Elastigirl.
What?
You'd be like Elastigirl. What the f- is that about to say?
If I put my dick in the black hole first, will I be infinitely hung?
Oh shit!
Would I be fucking a black hole?
You would.
Do you
Dude. You'd
think
have.
just the tip would pop out on the other side?
If I
Oh,
nut,
shit.
if I nut, will it be like an infinite string that comes out?
That's how white holes are created.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of
Actually, what kind of speed do
Would
you
it
think that'd come
duplicate
out?
my
That's a
DNA?
quasar.
Yeah, it would.
Would it? That's how that works.
Yeah, bro. You gotta.
Oh, shit,
So
dude.
what if I throw a pregnant woman in there? Would her baby get like duplicated, like
Inside her at the same time, and then there would be another split of her, so there'd actually be 4 kids that are actually all the same.
You think that's how John and Kate plus 8 happened? Like the black hole spawn inside of her body, just fucking triplet those motherfuckers.
Oh shit! Yeah, the octo.
Octuplet.
Oh
Octo
my
pussy.
God.
The octopus.
No, fuck, dude. You know what's funny is I see this thing. It's like an infinite blowjob, dude.
Yes,
The craziest
infinite
suck ever.
blowjob.
Oh
You're
my,
getting head while you're going into a black hole, and you just forever feel that.
oh my god.
You got to do it right when you're about to nut, so you can feel that nut infinitely.
I feel like that hurt.
No, you just get
Bro,
that
that
hurt
hurt.
out of you, bro.
What?
You just get everything sucked out of you, bro.
Your
Your body
toes
just goes
curl.
straight from your dick to your body just shit out of your dick.
Oh, God.
The intestines, everything, bro. Your
Soul
legs just
snatcher, nigga.
Oh my
Soul out
God.
your shit.
Yeah, you're gonna
You
Here, go
fucking
to-
dry as shit. You be looking like dry bones. Just fucking.
oh shit.
Just straight up mummified.
Yeah, you're
Oh
gonna be
my-
going around asking girls on Tinder, "You suck as good as a black hole."
Look as good as a black hole, nigga. Let me see.
Oh my fuck god. Alright, oh, I know what I was gonna say. Do you think us capturing the video of a black hole a couple of years ago, do you think that was real? You think that was actually a black hole?
No, I think it was fake.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's probably real in the.
But do you think it was a black hole? Or do you think it was like about to be a pulsar, like where it turns into a neutron star and then blows up?
That was a black hole.
Yeah, I think.
I think it was whatever they said it was.
Exactly. that's
They
what I'm
said it was
saying.
a black hole.
They said it was a
Well,
black
it's a
hole.
black hole then.
We're only able to see it through like what?
We were only able to see it because of the stars that it was sucking in, or else we would have never seen it.
Yeah.
And it's just going around, dude. Going in circles. How far away was that? I don't even remember. Several, like, millions of light years away. I know that.
I'd hope so.
Hey, do you think there's
So,
like
like, before
space
time?
monsters?
Space monsters?
Yeah, like space monsters, like I don't know, like Star Wars, where they have like that big ass fucking octopus in space and shit. Like, do you think there's like aliens or something like that, or like beings that are like
That are out.
out in space? Like
they're-
That's
giants or something like that.
There probably is. You know that don't have to have oxygen or anything. They can
Yeah,
just
they
live in
just
vacuum space.
Fucking float everywhere and they're big as fuck.
You
They
know,
just consume
probably.
planets or some shit.
It's probably. Oh shoot, yeah, like a Leviathan or something, a World
Yeah.
Eater.
getting into
Yeah, or
Destiny
Callus or
2
some shit like
lore.
that.
Yeah, Callus
Or
is
the
out there,
pyramid
dude.
heads or whatever the fuck those niggas are.
No,
pyramid
yeah,
ships.
dude. Good old pyramid ships, the darkness.
God, I hate that
Which one?
fucking the pyramid ship.
I love
What?
that
I
raid.
love that raid.
That's the best raid there is.
It was
Yeah.
so it was fun, but like the first time I ever
The garden.
killed me.
Yeah,
pissed
dude. I don't know what else to say. Do you guys think the universe is infinite?
As far as we can see it.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't think so?
No, I think the reason it looks like it's expanding is because of the way light travels,
Who
right?
says it's expanding?
Science does.
That's like
The
comment-
universe?
commentary
Yeah,
all the
this
time.
is-
I think of the universe as just like space. Like
I mean, yeah, that is
just
what
the void of space. Like
it is.
Like, do you think it's never ending, or do you
I
think
think
there's
it's
a wall?
just never. I think we're probably in like a bubble that is our Big Bang, but like there's shit outside of that. That's
just-
just space.
And that's what we can see is the visible universe is the
Probably,
bubble.
yeah. Like probably like the light and shit that's in our universe or whatever. Yeah,
can't see outside the bubble.
probably could see outside the bubble.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how
How?
like the science would work with that, but
well, WMAP, which is the radiation thing that can see the universe, it sees it expanding every year, like it sees it growing.
it's the same shit that you see on Google Maps when you type that shit in and it maps
They got Google Maps for
You
space.
got Google Maps for fucking the universe, dude, for space. Oh, fuck.
I broke Jones.
Fuck, they didn't add my apartment to the map yet.
These fucking idiots, dude. Didn't add my quest to Google Maps. They forgot to get a street view of space.
Report the cop. Sorry,
Yeah.
Javon.
No, I don't think the universe is infinite. I think the reason it looks like it's infinite is because all of their light has not reached us yet.
So my question to you is, you think there's an ending point to the universe? There's like a wall.
Yeah, or it's like a circle.
So
Something
So
like
what's
that.
outside that circle?
Nothing.
There's nothing.
not another universe.
Nothing.
So you think there's space outside, like just
No.
empty space?
So there
It
could be,
just ends.
so it's
Yeah.
nothing.
How does that make sense, Joe?
What are you talking about?
How does that make sense? But God isn't real. Okay. Right.
Yeah, shit.
It's
None of
crazy
it
that-
makes
'cause
sense, dude.
Now you're thinking about like how we live now, right? Like, if we die, where'd we go?
Yeah, where we go, Joe?
Reincarnate? Do we stay on Earth?
Yeah, we could.
You're still in the boat?
We become aliens, dude.
or are we able to create our own universe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After
Yeah,
we
maybe
die?
we become one of those guys, you know?
What if
A
you go
Mormon?
outside the
Shit. It's game over, dude. You restart.
You think there's just a bubble that we're just in that is just we're just stuck in there? There's nothing outside of that bubble,
Yeah.
that wall.
Yeah.
How's that
Or it's
make
like a
sense?
cube.
How's that? It's
It
a
does.
cube?
None of it makes sense. That's how space works. Space does not make sense.
So it's just
Or
there's
is
just
it a
nothing
disc?
else. So what if I look outside? It's just like black. Like what?
No, you can't.
I
can't
can't.
look
So
outside?
if I get a flashlight and throw it outside the bubble,
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, it just
nothing. It'll
bounce
just
off?
black out. It
Yeah.
just beep out.
Yeah, the moment it hits the wall, bam, gone.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
I think you're bullshit, me. I think you're full of shit.
What are you talking
What do
about?
you know? Oh,
Yeah, I know too much. That's apparently what it is.
You really think that? You really think there's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, nothing.
a void out, like just nothing outside of
Yeah.
not even space?
Yeah, nope.
what
How
about
does
the guy
make
that jumped
sense,
up on your
though,
balcony?
How does a black hole make sense? What are you talking about?
Joe? The black hole. That makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's fucking a big ass massive thing. It collapses
A
in
black
itself.
hole is the exact thing I'm describing, but somewhere in the middle of space.
No, you're saying there's nothing outside of this bubble.
Right. And a black hole is that, but inside the universe. Like it just infinitely goes until it goes to nothing, just a void.
So we're inside a black hole. Is what you're saying?
Apparently,
Apparently, that's a. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
that's how all
But
works.
there's still something outside the black hole, though.
Yeah, but we don't know.
But there's still something outside of it, though.
How do
There
we know
could
that?
be.
Yeah, there could be.
We're outside of a black hole.
We don't know that though. We could be inside of a supermassive black hole.
Yeah, but then just out of us viewing the black hole, we know that there's at least something outside of it that it's pulling it into.
Yeah, which is more supermassive black
I'm
hole.
saying, I mean, it could go up to an infinite level, but there's always something outside of it, outside of the black hole.
How do I explain what I'm trying to say? If you were inside a black hole,
hmm
you would not be able to see outside of it. You would have no idea anything existed.
Yeah, but there would still be something
we would-
outside of that, though.
But how do you know that?
because we know that we could see an observable black hole that's sucking shit into.
Right.
But do you think the
So the
stuff
vice
inside
versa
can
would
see
have to
out?
be true, unless
But
we're
not
the,
always.
unless we're unless we're like the main hub of the black hole.
Well, we can.
Why wouldn't there be?
It's like we can see like Monsters Inc. We can see them go in the door, but once they close it,
We don't know where
we
they
don't
go.
know if they're in there.
We don't know if they're in the door. If we just saw them go in the door.
Yeah. But we,
Yeah,
you don't know what happens to them after they go in there.
Yeah, but we know that they went in there.
Yeah, they're staring motherfuckers because the
And
bar
we, and
goes
we
up.
see, and I mean, I guess we didn't see where they walked into, but we
But
saw that they.
once they're in there. We don't know where they go after that.
Yeah, and they can come out a different door,
Yeah, but we know that there's a
like a
room.
wormhole.
There's a room outside of that door, though.
We don't know that.
We do know that because we're in it.
No, because you know when they broke the door.
Yeah, they broke it.
Yeah,
And
we
they fixed
didn't
it
know.
back up.
We didn't know the door was there anymore.
Yeah, he used the one piece to put it back together.
What if that guy that was trying to sleep on Jonas' Falcon, God, coming to tell Jonas about black holes, and he didn't get to talk to him?
Listen,
How do I?
bro, we're
Okay.
completely off
So
topic.
No, that motherfucker was trying to break in. He said, I'm taking all of his shit.
so think of it like this, right? A stick figure on a piece of paper
Mhm.
can only see what's on the paper, or even on the backside of the paper, but he cannot
Yeah.
see beyond the paper.
Okay.
What if it's like that? Like, we cannot see beyond the universe because we don't even know that it exists.
Because we're only seeing in our 3 dimension.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to see in the 4th dimension to get outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
How do you get to the fourth?
Who the fuck? No, maybe it's a black hole.
Maybe we got to be Mormon, you know?
Maybe you gotta be Mormon. That's crazy.
I mean, you probably could or have to use the fourth dimension or the higher dimension to go inside of a black hole or see what that's about. But that still doesn't negate the fact that there's a black hole and there's shit being sucked inside of it infinitely.
Could be, but we don't know.
But that's saying like the Thursday effect though. It's like, oh well, since we don't know what's inside of a black hole, how will we know what's outside of it?
We won't.
That doesn't make any sense.
Welcome
Hunter.
to that's how,
Hunter, does that make sense?
I get where both of you are coming from because Jonas is like, we're watching the black hole, therefore, you know.
Yeah, we know it exists because we are on the outside.
We're on the
watching it.
outside of it.
But if we're on the
what
inside,
you're saying is we're on the inside of it, and we think we're looking at it, like, but we think we're looking from the outside.
He thinks we're inside a black hole. I'm saying that could be true. We could be inside of our own like big ass black hole. I'm saying that doesn't negate the fact that there could be something outside of that black hole because we could see black holes in our universe and we're outside of that black hole. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's saying we don't know if we could see anything anywhere. Like we can't see anything inside. We don't know if people inside could see out of the black hole.
Right.
My argument is we know that there's shit in the black hole. Whether you could see in it or out of it, I think is irrelevant to the actual what's the word I'm looking for? To the actual like
concept
of something living outside of that black hole.
So
or something just being at whether it's empty space or whatever.
So you're saying we are outside of the black hole, looking in.
I don't know what we are.
Okay.
What I'm saying is we could see a black hole and we know stuff goes into it.
Yeah.
If we're outside of a black hole, we know stuff could live outside of a black hole.
Yeah.
If we are inside of a black hole, we know there's something outside of the black hole that we're
right. But what you're saying is we don't know if we're inside or out.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know if we are.
We only know that things can live outside of a black hole because we live outside of a black hole. Like
we think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going like we're looking at it from a third person perspective. As in like we're going based off what we can like visually see. I'm talking about like because it is not possible for us to know what is beyond like if there's anything out there, that's why we don't know. There could be stuff out there, but there could also not be, right? And it's because we just don't have that perspective. Whereas, like, with us knowing that shit goes into a black hole and then us existing outside of a black hole is why we're able to see the different perspectives. Because we can see both ends.
I take that argument as an argument that's very similar to, like, before we knew technology, like, could show us all these other planets, of it being like, well, we haven't seen any other planet like Earth before, therefore, there is no other Earth before. which it could be like, but you could see all the galaxies in the sky.
But we have found planets.
No.
just like Earth.
I'm saying before that,
Oh, yeah.
before we had the technology to do all that stuff, you could just you could be wrong, but you could still. I think it would be accurate to be like, well, we know that this planet is real, and out of all the other planets out in the universe, there has to at least be one other one,
Hmm.
because we know that this one exists.
Yeah.
That's my argument with the black hole too. Since we can see a black hole and we're outside of one, most likely there has to be other shit outside of the black hole that we're all in right now.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based off of that fucking uh, line of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was I gonna say that goes to that? I don't remember, but the way it's like a one way window, right, or one way mirror,
Yeah.
or glass, whatever the fuck it is.
Mhm.
You could be on the inside, and if you look at that window, you don't see anybody on the other side.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's people on the outside of that looking at you, they can see you, and they also know that they are there.
You could say like a two-way window where nobody can see. It's just a window to both of them,
That's
or like a
a
mirror to both
just
of
a
them,
that's a no way mirror.
or a
That's
no-way mirror.
yeah.
It would be something similar to that, where it's like, well, I don't know if something's on this other side because I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see.
and both ends don't know that there's
Mhm.
something on the other side. If there was, yeah, you could see it like that. All right, well, that could be the end of black holes, because just cause.
Oh yeah.
Any afterthoughts?
Life is real.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna say any
cherish your
advice.
life.
That's what I should say.
You cherish your life. Life is real. There are people out there that love you, that care about you. You should hug them, because life is short. We only get 60 something years if we're lucky, and that is a flash in the pan. Why you look at me like that? 60 something years, right?
That's not the average. It's like 70.
It's like that's
It's like
still
80 something.
80 something
It's
now.
almost. It's like
Yeah.
78.
And when do I get my
It's going
retirement?
up, buddy.
It's
It's
going
going up.
We're gonna collect my Social Security. Exactly.
It's not gonna exist anymore.
Shit's
That's
going
crazy.
out.
Just fading out, dog.
That's just fading out, huh?
Going right into the black.
It's going right into the black hole.
No shit.
But yeah, life is just a flash in the pan when it comes to black holes, universal shit that's been here billions of years.
Yeah,
We're a blink.
only worry about the stuff you can control. Anything after that,
Yeah, so
don't worry about
Don't
it.
pay
Any-
taxes.
Yeah, so
You can
any-
control that.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Later.